Hello there, welcome to Bead With Me. I'm Kay, your host from Fantastic Stars Beads. Welcome. If you guys are new to the show, please say hello. Let me know where you guys are coming in from, what you like to play with, how you found me, because this show is made for you. So this is just a little show for inspiration, motivation, and whatever is trending here in the bead life. And it has been certainly a busy weekend. I don't know about you guys, but moving sucks. And it's hot down here at the beach. But the beautiful thing is we've got Mama Star has now officially joined us here in the beach life, not just the bead life. So it's been pretty eventful for me. So I've been keeping busy on top of, hopefully you guys have been checking your inboxes because we have some clay and Indonesian class and some Czech class invoices coming out to you. So I know those were a little bit behind as I was moving the store yet again. So I apologize for the delay on those, and actually we're getting that all rounded up. So if you guys have been waiting and holding your breath, you can finally get excited because I've got all those treasures coming to you. We are now in the process of working through all of those gorgeous pearls too. So we are processing all of those comments from the last few Friday Night Lives. So thank you guys for joining me on those and always your patience, because you guys know being a one-woman show is hard. And you know what though? I'm working on getting a little extra help here because you know, we gotta find someone else who likes to play with beads as much as we do, right? Like Mom. No, Mom's not gonna help me. She's retired. But let me say hello as we are getting people popping on. So I wanted to just kind of give you the announcements of what's going to be happening here this week, along with, if you guys can help me finish off a beautiful necklace that I've had sitting on my table and I really want to get to wearing it. So I hope you guys can help me finish that off as we kind of talk about the things that we are going to be looking forward to, like our summer friendship bracelet challenge. So if you guys have not heard, we're making like the adult version friendship bracelet, okay? So we're just doing a fun little challenge. I am making mine for my beading bestie, Amy. And so we have put up a list of ingredients in the Star Special Stash group so you can see all of your choices, and I'll make our official announcement here live. The 2 ingredients that you guys wanted to add were chain and mixed metal. So a mixed metal component in there has been added to the list. So now we have like a dozen ingredients to mess with, okay? So although it seems like a lot, like, think we're narrowing it down from like everything else to those 12 things. So that's fun, part of the challenge. Okay, so who's excited? I hope you guys get excited for that. It's good to get out of the summer heat and get a little beading break. So you guys can see what a mishmash is on my table, which is why I want to get this one necklace off, and I want you guys to help me do that, along with maybe seeing some of the ingredients maybe we can use for Amy's bracelet. So if you guys have your ingredients getting pulled, I would love to see them. You guys can show us the process. Make sure you guys take pictures because we're going to need to see that. We want to know what it looked like before and then after, so you guys can, oh, here, I had, here was the ingredient list. So if you guys are not part of the group, this is, you can see what it will look like, all the choices that we had. And we have now added the chain and the mixed metal. So you can see that in our group if you guys want to join in on that fun little challenge and maybe be in on a little beady surprise from me for playing. All right, so you guys, I had beads, well, you know, I have beads out of my ears, and so I have certainly a table full of beads. You know, we had this from the Great Bead Trade. We had this fabulous stash from the Softflex, the rainbow combination, along with my rainbow beads. And you guys, do you guys remember this? Oh, we had some lava I'm teaching a newbie, you guys. She chose lava. You guys want to see her bracelet? Look. We got to finish it off. But what do you guys think? This is a first timer. This is what she chose to use with some sweet little lava with some of those blue galaxy beads. You guys remember those? Those were hot. That's a fun one. And with a nice vintage button. You guys remember those Friday night lives? Oh my gosh. Who is with me on the vintage button nights? Huh? Those were the days. So we're actually going to take a look at those. So on my table here, I had this necklace. And you guys remember the rainbow? You know, we were finishing up the polymer clay here on the latest goodies. And so it can kind of revisit some of the things we have been messing with. So this was that gorgeous polymer clay. And then we were playing with the beautiful check glass on that same night in the rainbow. So those invoices are coming to you here. Some are already to you and more are coming because it was 2 nights worth. We had so much. And then this was one of the strands that Softflex had, also part of their Love is Love kit. And I felt like it just went so well with this combination. And so it had me adjust the design to, originally, you know, I was thinking maybe I'll do something like this. But then this really, I felt like, went with it too when I got this in the mail. So, you know how the feeling of like you just want to put it all together? So that strand came like this, and so I literally just restrung it exactly as it came. It was just perfect. And so it was 7 inches in length. I then matched these ones to be 7 inches in length. Originally when I strung these with you guys, I think I had put 5. I ended up with putting 4. But now I want to end it. So I wanted to do it with you guys and have you guys help me. Okay, because for those that might be new to the show is interactive. So I tend to like to ask your opinion on what I should use. So I need to have a closure for this beautiful bad boy. And I, since my new girl was learning and we took out those vintage buttons, I found some vintage buttons also that I throw into the mix and maybe do an ending with a button. Okay, how does that sound, you guys? All right, so can you guys help me with a button? I'm going to start crimping this end while you guys take a vote on what button I'm going to use to end this piece. All right, so check this baby out. Look, I know it's large, but you know, I like huge things. Patty, I'm so glad that my mom is close to me. I know that you're excited to hopefully get to move closer to your grandbaby too. Okay, so here's choice number 1 is a big old vintage gold button, which I thought would look good. Okay, so the way the style design is going to go is I decided I was going to go 2 on this side and then 1 on this side. Okay, and so then we're going to have like a button up here. Okay, so we have choice number 1, and then we have this beautiful, let me see if I can zoom in and get the color lighting on this. See how that has that nice deep purple with the teal? This is kind of a feather. Okay, that's going to be choice number 2. And then I had choice number 3. Remember when we did the paper for the Great Bead Extravaganza, which we'll be getting ready for another round for our midsummer workshop. But this one we had done a paper button, so I thought that could be a really good choice. That'll be style number 3. Or you guys, I found this crystal button at Hobby Lobby, and it's just a big fun crystal. I love it. So if you want one of those, that's where you go. These ones you can make. Sorry, these ones are vintage. But I thought that would be really pretty too as a clasp. So I thought I'd show us how to use a button as a closure here today and have you guys help me which button I should use. So if you guys are new, all you got to do is just put in the number of what button you think I should use in this necklace that we're creating today. So it's going to be style number 1, style number 2, style number 3, or style number 4. If you're interested in making this paper button, one of these yourself, you can check the replays or that, or DM and I'll get you a link to it. Okay, so while I do that, I'm going to crimp this on to the pendant here and go over a quick little crimp. I used a black soft flex on here, and you'll notice on the style I used all different colors. So I had a yellow, I used a bronze, and now I'm going to use a black. I'm just going all multicolor. All right, do we have any choices, any votes? I'm hoping I didn't lose my comments. I hate when that happens. Then I get to be by myself the whole episode. All right. Let's see if I can see choices. What a bummer. You guys can't vote very well if I can't see your comments. Alright, well, I'm at least crimping, so we'll do a quick zoom on that. Here are our 4 choices of our buttons. Okay. Right now we're just doing a quick crimp, so I've got the soft flex, put the crimp on, ran it through this piece. Now you'll see that I have these kind of loose because I want to be able to have flexibility. I don't want to have it get all kinky, you know, with all of these attached. So you want it to be close, but not too close. Okay, and then literally we're just going to crush that baby. Ideally, you want to try to have these parallel so that it keeps these wires from sticking out all weird. You want to make sure you cover the crimp completely and crush. Now this is, if you don't have a crimping tool, this is down to the nitty gritty. I like to flip it over and crush again, especially if I'm going to use a crimp cover like I am going to in this particular case. So this looks like a little Pac-Man, and if you're new to using crimp covers, I love it because then it makes it look like a bead. All right, you guys, I'm going to try to see if I can check on the computer so I can have an honest opinion on what button you guys want. Nice. I can get it on my computer. Who's the new girl, Janelda? Wouldn't you love to know? We're going to see if we keep her. Let's see if beads scare her away first. All right, you have fun. Okay. You like them? All right. All right, 4, 1. Okay, I had to look on the computer, you guys. So 4, 1, 4, 3. 3, 2, 4, 4, 3. Kind of sounds even right now. 1. You guys like my paper button, I think. I think 3. It's kind of between 3 and 4. But hello, Miss Julie and Nancy and Visky and Eileen, and now I can see some names, and Kathy and Deborah. It's always so great to have you guys on here. Hello, Miss Mary, and who else is hopping on here? Miss Jill and Donna and Helena and Karen. Ooh, I've been seeing all your names anyway because I've got orders coming to you. Hello, Miss Tammy. It's great to have you. Hello, Nancy. All right. You wish you were that girl, Janelda. Come on over. Come move to the beach. All right, it looks like you guys chose the paper button. Oh, you guys, That totally like speaks to my heart. You guys like chose the paper button. Okay, so we got this baby crimped on there. Let's put the crimp cover on. So the thing that's always a pain about crimp covers is just holding all the stuff. Okay, so what we're going to want to do is we're going to want the crimp cover to be kind of facing up, and then I tend to like to lay the crimp right in there and then start pushing up to hold it all in place. Okay. And we're using a 4mm crimp cover. That way then I could crush the 2x2 crimp. And I'm going to zoom in for you guys just a little bit since this is itty bitty. And then we're going to close that. And now when you're working with plated crimp covers, remember you're going to have to squeeze a little bit harder. And then you'll see that these are puckering just a little bit. So now I'm going to push down from edge to edge, kind of back and forth, to kind of get those edges to meet. And these are where you want to be firm, but you're not looking to crimp this, okay? This is called a crimp cover. Okay, so kind of gives that rounded look. See, that looks like a nice bead. Okay, and then having a tail is if this were to ever slide, then you have this much room before you're going to go losing beads, okay? All right, that was just our quick lesson for anybody that might be new to the beading world. But you know, I love teaching newbies. Like showing them so many new things. It's like hard to decide what to show. All right, so we've got that one side. We've got these two on this side. So we've got our strands up. Now let's add my button. Okay. So in this case, I'm going to just add the crimps right to the loop right here, and I'm just going to do two. You know, I could go condensing into one, but we're going to put some smaller beads on this side, and so we're going to do a quick crimp again. In this case, I'm going to take off this little gold bead and another crimp. So this is one way to do a multi-strand. Just attach them separately to the same ring is okay. Let's see if we can get the tail back through. My mom wrote me from the house today, and she, you know, has her list of her, you know, work orders of some things that, you know, she wants worked on, and slowly unpacking boxes. Oh, I think I'm only going to be able to get through this one bead. Okay. Oh, Kim, it's so, oh, that's so great. You had your garden steak party. I would love for you guys to, if you had any pictures, share them with us. I'd love to see how they turned out. Okay, we'll zoom in just a little bit. Now, if you guys like these rainbows, remember that was one of the choices on the ingredients list, was the rainbow. Now, you could use a rainbow charm. You know, there's different interpretations, of course, of those things on the summer ingredients list. Okay, crimped. All right, we've got one on there. Then let's do another. We'll do this end here. Grab another crimp. Grab the crimp, go through the button again, back through the crimp. Let's see if these red ones are just a smidgen bigger. Yep, they are. I like to have, you know, maybe a 1 or 2 inch tail. But sometimes you do have to cut right by the crimp, and that just means you got to make sure your crimps are done well. All right, so I think that's enough. I went through those beads right there. Okay, I'm gonna pull this tight. I am so excited for this particular design, actually. I think actually this is gonna be hard to cut, so I'm gonna keep going. Maybe another come out of these yellow beads. But if you like these rainbow check glass beads, I was looking through what I was able to still make. So if you guys like these rainbow beads right here, you can just bin it right here in the live. And just write bin rainbow. Oh no. I just pulled that out. Look at that. I didn't get enough glue in that center. All right, you guys, I can't use this button. Oh my gosh, my button just popped. I don't think I sealed it enough. I didn't crimp this. You guys, we gotta change our button. That's so sad. Look what happened. Oh, you know that things like that happen. All right, what do we do? What do? We take a deep breath. Okay, I can take this one out. All right, the other one was, I think you guys were between 3 and 4, and I think this was 4, so we're gonna have to go with that one. Oh, that's so sad. What a bummer. All right. That's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, you guys. But it's better that it happens on the table than on somebody's neck. So now I'm trying to pull out this wire because we didn't crimp this one, at least. Well, this button's gonna look good too. All right. We'll do this side, and then we're gonna have to restring that other side. I wonder if I have yellow. This end is a little curly now. What a bummer. All right, those are, I guess, happens to the best of us. I'm wondering if I had forgotten to seal it completely when I had done that design. All right, we can at least do this one. All right, we're back to that same point. So we're gonna shift all the beads so that the weight goes to this end. I like to hold it up like this, shake it out, make sure that the beads have settled, and crimp really well. So I'm gonna crush flat. And I like to show you guys different ways to crimp. You know, we have the crimping tool. You know, of course, Sarah over at Soft Flax is big on the, oh look, I have this yellow piece right here that I had cut off and might have just enough. All right, well, let's take a look here. I could use a jump ring to attach it all, but I oftentimes like to have as least amount of openings as possible. So, you know, I don't mind a direct attach, and in this case, because the button is kind of big, you know, it can accommodate that. But yes, those are all different things to look for. All right, you guys, I was just pulling some of the seed beads, some delicas here on what color we should make this loop here. So, all right, should I go for a color? We have teal, we have this red, we could do this kind of like everything color. We could do this blue, we could do a green. We could do this pink. All right, that's too many choices. All right, I'm taking out green and red. All right, choice. We need help. So shall I do, I'm going to be doing the ring. Or maybe I could do it in gold beads. No, I want to do it in seed bead. Pink, blue, or I'll give you guys the choice. This is a great, cool color. I was just pulling out seed beads. And then this teal, that'll be choice 1, 2, 3, 4. Or let's say gold beads will be choice number 5. And that's for how we want to do the little ending for what's going to wrap around this button. All right, this is the button it's going around. All right, so should we do gold? So this is choice 1, blue, this darker color, this teal, this one. Actually, I guess maybe that green would go. Huh? You could say green if you decide. I'm going to see if I can string this other design up really quickly. One, 2, 3, 4, or 5 on our spacer bead. And what I'm working on is trying to string this baby. Kind of like these gold. Gold might look nice as the ring. Always like to see what you guys end up choosing. So these were all the fun rainbow colors. You guys really like that teal. This color right here. And I kind of like how these are, you know, where you like the color block. That was a suggestion to add, and I like that. So I did the color block. But seeing what difference it makes when you do those. Which, if you guys aren't part of our Star Special Stash group, make sure you guys are a part of that, because that's where you can see some really great designs from our community. There's a really pretty one that Julie just posted of using some of the things from Phil when Phil came to visit. And a lot of good pearl designs. So if you guys have, you know, do you guys have a a shape or something that, you know, you sometimes have a hard time using. I don't know, is there something that you find that it's hard for you to design with? Because, you know, I make the show for you guys, so I can show more designs with particular shapes or colors or styles, material. June was Pearl Month. That was a really good month. And technically, I'm processing all those pearls, so if you feel like you missed out on those too, you can send me a message. Alright, we've almost saved this. And then I'm going to see what you guys have chosen for your votes. For what should I use on this end? I'm just going to do just little seed beads. I have size 11s. It could definitely accommodate a little bit larger, but that's what size I happen to have here. Oh, here's like the rainbow color. You think rubies for July, huh, Kim? Or are you guys like the red? Looks like purple. 4, 5, 4, 5, 5, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you guys are agreeing with me. You think the gold too, huh? Okay, no color, because there's already so much color, right? I wonder. I guess I could use bigger gold beads. I don't know. I think this is okay size. They're pretty tiny though. Alright, let me see. Alright, we're gonna move over here so that I don't have beads everywhere. Okay, so, let me put the crimp onto this one here. And we'll put it onto this button. Oop. I'm going to make sure there's enough on that side, so to save wire, we're going to pull this tail back through, and I'm okay with that much. And then to pull this tight. Okay, now we'll have the slack end up on the other side. Crush. I don't think it's going to go through those little tiny gold beads. Well, that didn't turn out too bad. We're still able to push through it. And that's sometimes those things that sometimes you just gotta take a deep breath and make it through. All right, I'm gonna hook it through the pendant. It was a little tight going through this green one, but we're gonna go for it. Let's see. I like to have a little bit of safety if we can do it. And sometimes when you have a hard time, don't push from out here because it bends, right? Sometimes even if it's tight, I'll take my plier and I'll push through just really close and just push a little bit at a time. Okay, and then you can hopefully grab it like that. Okay, and then we're gonna tighten this baby up. But remember, we're not gonna do it too tight. and crush. As if it didn't happen. For those coming on late, you don't even know. You don't even know. Okay, so we've got one side done. That's looking good. Okay, now we're going to do this other side. Let's cover that tail back up. Alright, and string some little itty bitties. Sometimes on these small beads you gotta be, I'll stick it right on top of there and then just kind of tap the top. Now when we do a button, sometimes you're going to have to go through a little bit of trial and error. We're going to be stringing on we got to do at least the length of, or the width of the button times 2. At least. And then you can try it. Oh, you know what? You know what I need? I need a crimp first. Alright, I just took all those off. I'm holding them in my fingers right now. I'm going to hope that I held them really well. Maybe can string more than one. No, I got 2. Alright, got to do a crimp first. Kind of thought I had one on there from right before. But it didn't. The only reason that it's a little bit tougher is I'm using a medium flex wire. This is where you could definitely choose to use a fine soft flex. I tend to like to put through the thickest thing I can through the beads, because I was using, these are fairly big ones. They're not heavy, but they're big. And this is like working with fine chain, where sometimes the gentler you are with it, the easier, you know, I just kind of let go. And just move really I found these big blue beads were hollow, and so sometimes you got to straighten out your flex wire to get through these, and these are actually a little bit hollow too, so that's why they catch on the inside while they come through. Okay, so we're making a length. You can see how many we have now. So if we loop this, we could see that this is going to be way too small. Okay, so we're going to be I'm trying to catch comments, but I got to turn around to see them. Oh, I'm excited for your Navy friend, Susan. I'm glad I answered that soft flex question. So we are using a medium. Deborah, you caught me on that crimp, but I couldn't see that you caught me until just now. So I just keep going until it looks like it will go over the button. So I'll just keep kind of looping it over and seeing if the loop if the loop looks big enough. It's as simple as that. Then we're gonna crimp, and then we should be able to put this baby on. Now I find that, remember when you're adding a clasp, that it tends to take up about at least an inch. Okay, I feel like when you use these button ones, it's a little bit more. So when you're trying to guesstimate the sizing of your necklaces, you can usually, I mean, even the smallest clasp, you'd be surprised, it still can be an inch. Oh, that's looking nice and almost big enough. Okay, so what we're doing is going to see if this can fit. I think that it's still a little too small, but it's really close. You can almost get it through there, and that's what it's going to look like. I think gold was a good choice, guys. I think maybe I just add maybe 2-3 more beads. So I know oftentimes people have difficulty with just doing multi-strand, so that can be something that you stray away from, but you don't need to. Multi-strands, they take more time because there's more strands. I'm trying to see if this will fit in that. This is where, oh, there it goes. There it goes. I'm just going to do one right now so I can just see if this loop will work. So I'm going to test the button out. That looks like that ought to work. Looks pretty good, right? Because you want it to be pretty tight but not too tight. Okay? Always want to still have some flexibility. It looks like we can stick that wire all the way through. So now so when you do the other end, you want to string the tail through the beads before you take out all the slack. Okay, so let's move back over here. So when you take out the slack here, you want the crimp really to be all the way down here. So we're going to push our beads where we want them. We're going to push the crimp where we actually want it. Okay. And then we're going to pull on this. And then I do it again. Make sure all the beads have kind of adjusted and tight. All right. Here's the crush. Crush, cut. You guys want to see it on? See how this guy turned out with your help? Well, I guess we should cut this one off here. I didn't put the crimp covers on, but let's on this one strand here. But woo, this is gonna be so pretty. I'm so excited, you guys. All right, let's check this baby out. This is so pretty. Let me take this one off. I wore this one. This was our last summer we made this one. Thought that was fun. Okay, tell me what you guys think of this. I have to put a crimp cover on that one now for sure. All right, let's check it out. And I made it short because, you know. Can't see the button. I don't want it to. Maybe I needed another one or two. thought it slipped in there. Well, this is how it's gonna look. Oh, there it goes. I think I had my hair caught in there. All right, you guys, look at that. There's a 3-strand necklace, and how it looks. So we're doing a 2 to a 1. Okay, and using the beautiful pendant from Sunroom Studios. Oh, thanks so much for helping me decide on that. It was a total bummer that the paper button didn't work out, but you know, I'm gonna be sporting this one. I really like it. All right, you guys, thanks for joining me as always. So this week's schedule, I'm gonna be taking Friday Night Live off. I've just, you know, got a lot I'm working on because we've got the Great Bead Extravaganza that's gonna be coming up. We've got the Soft Flex Customer Appreciation Kit launch that's gonna be happening right after that. And I'm planning more things, okay? So I'm excited to be probably doing some traveling and taking you guys with me on a trip to a little warehouse. So I'm excited for those plans coming up. I was hoping to do it earlier in the summer, but you know, father-in-law had a knee surgery, mom's moving into town, kids in summer camp, you know, so life is so busy at the moment. So, but I will be popping on Wednesday to play with you guys, see what you guys are coming up with for the friendship summer bracelet. Maybe I'll be showing off the things that I have picked out, although I kind of want to keep it a secret because Amy can watch, and that kind of doesn't seem fair, right? But it's a fun challenge, so I hope that you guys will join us. Make sure you are in the Star Special Stash group. There's all the details over there. Otherwise, we will pop on again for a nice little beading break here on Wednesday around the same time. All right, you guys. Sorry you couldn't see all the comments. I gotta like look over here. I gotta like be on the computer saying, oh, there's all my comments. I've been feeling like I've been all by myself all this time. But you guys have a great Monday. Let's get the week started off right, and we'll see you guys Wednesday to see how your workspace is looking, maybe how your wrists are looking, and then play around a little bit. All right, you guys, have a great day. Thanks so much as always.